Born and raised in Prescot, live event. Here we are. I'm outside Church Street, 34 Church Street in Prescot, which is, as many people will remember, used to be the old Prescot Museum. And before that, it was Parr's Bank, and there had been many banks before that. Today, it's known as Cockpit House, and I'll tell you the reason for that very shortly. If you can just pan round, you can see how Church Street has changed over the years. And here's a clue as to exactly why we're here today. Because Cockpit House is now the home of a company called Mates, which is Prescot's very own theatre company. So we're going to have a look in to see what's going on inside now. Well, very exciting, isn't it?
And X marks the spot, please.
X marks the spot. Treasure, indeed. Oh, so that's our story. Thanks to Jim here, we have in our possession a map showing the whereabouts of buried pirate treasure on a tropical island. I have purchased a ship and the services of its excellent Captain Smollett and a first-rate cabin boy in the person of young Jim Hawkins here. Woohoo, Jim! Yeah. So, who'll sign up for wealth, women, and adventure of a lifetime? Oh, splendid! You're all on course for buried treasure!
I'm surprised to find you in such insalubrious company. Don't you realise that these are some of Merseyside's most notorious reprobates? There are more crooks and villains assembled here than in the House of Parliament.
Captain Smollett!
Okay, lovely.
Which is Prescot's very own theatre company. I'm joined here with the director of the company. It's Gaynor who's been directing it for, I presume it's a few years, Mates have been going now,
It started originally as Merseyside Arts Theatre and Education.
Right.
But we decided it was a bit of a mouthful, so we rebranded as Mate Productions about 4 or 5 years ago.
Okay.
But yeah, we've been based in Knowsley for 18 years. We started in 2000, and we've been in Prescot since 2013, beginning of 2013. We do a lot of outdoor productions, so we've been doing a lot of outdoor Shakespeare in Prescot, in the Vicarage Gardens, which we've renamed the Prescot Woodland Theatre.
It's fantastic. It's very inclusive as well, because it's outside theatre. I love anything that happens outside. It's really, without closed doors or anything. It's a fantastic way to present the arts.
Well, because it's a woodland, because it's this beautiful woodland, and it's a natural amphitheatre with a natural rake in there, and we fence it all in so that basically you're completely enclosed. You put lights, theatre lights in the trees, and we have amazing sets and live musicians as well as recorded sound, and it's absolutely magical. We have fires going and all kinds. It's really gorgeous. So it's been really beautiful. We've done 3 Shakespeare productions in the woods for 3 years, and this year it's our youth theatre who are doing the Shakespeare productions, and our adult company, the main company, they're actually doing Treasure Island this year. So we've got pirates.
So one of my favourite books, Treasure Island. It's absolutely incredible. I read it last year when I went to Malta, and it just blew me away. It's a fantastic book, some great characters. Every pirate character you could ever think of, going from Johnny Depp to Peter Pan to Gina Davis, all derives from that book. That book has got some great characters.
Long John Silver.
Long John Silver.
Is
Blind Pew.
Iconic. Absolutely. Billy Bones.
Billy Bones.
So they're all in it. They're all in it. And lots of ordinary local people
Yeah.
from lots of local Prescotians here, some of which I think are going to have a chat to you in a minute.
Yes, absolutely. Yeah, great.
But these are ordinary people with working lives who do this evenings and weekends
Yes.
in their own time, and we've been rehearsing this since October.
Yeah. So this is a steampunk version, isn't it? Now, what is a steampunk? I mean, people may not know what steampunk is.
Steampunk. See, I actually do a bit of research on
Right.
this, really. But see, I mean, really, it's much more of it's a reimagining of more the setting, so the style of it, if you like, in terms of what it looks like. Steampunk's very much it's sort of set in the future in a sort of in post-industrial world. So it's
But it's kind of Victoriana as well.
So it's
So
like a future
H.G.
past.
Wells
It
kind
is.
of like,
Exactly.
you know, sort of the time machine and all
It
that
is.
kind of stuff.
So the styling's very sort of
Yeah.
Victorian dress, but mixed in with sort of mechanics, so cogs and
Yes.
steam
Yes.
and things that are powered by sort of steam and
Industrial revolution type
very
thing.
much
Yeah.
so, but in a
yeah.
kind of a futuristic vision
Yeah.
of it. Disney did a version of Treasure Island called Treasure Planet, which is animated,
Right.
which is a steampunk version,
Right.
interpretation.
Right.
I think set in space,
Yes.
but it's again Victorian styling, steampunk engines,
Yeah.
but in space.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
Well, perhaps we can talk to somebody again.
Absolutely, Bev. So this is Bev, our movement director, who's working on the choreography.
Hello, Bev.
Nice to meet you. Hello.
What's your role? You do the basically the sort of tumbling and all that.
So I'm doing all the movements,
Right.
all the movements and the choreography that's within the show.
Right.
And that's all, I mean, without giving too much away, it's all the clever things of like scene changes from one
Right.
scene into another.
Yeah.
And we've just been working with the parrot today, haven't we?
We have,
Right.
yes.
So it's all the technical things that make the production work, is it basically?
It's
So
all
kind
the
of all,
sort of added on, isn't
Yes.
it? Yes. He does all the hard bit,
Yeah.
isn't he? And then we just
but it
sort
gives
of,
the magic effect
a little bit of
that, yeah.
the magic bit of
it's
it.
And all the dance, all the choreography, so it's
Yes.
all of the
Yes.
pieces and
Yes.
looking at, and we've got a big couple of fight scenes in there as well, so looking at sort of all the choreographing of
Right.
all the big set pieces and the links as well. And yeah, and so we have a kind of mechanical steampunk house.
Yes.
So,
Oh,
you know,
brilliant.
but we need to bring it to life as well, so
Yeah.
we're actually working on the movements
Yeah.
of that and our
Right.
puppeteer,
Yeah.
working with him to bring that
And how
to
that
life.
works and makes it into parrot or character in
Yeah,
the show.
yeah.
It's Captain Flint's, obviously, famous Captain Flint.
Yes.
Yes. If we could talk to some of the characters.
Yes.
You?
Hi.
Hello.
Hey, I'm Holly.
Holly,
I am
nice to
playing a Russian pirate
Right.
called Shashka Dmitri, who is an original character created by these guys to kind of level out the male and female imbalance of the original Treasure
Yeah,
Island.
so it's a boys' own adventures. There's not many female roles in Treasure Island, is there, when you look
Yeah,
at it?
but in our version,
But your version is, which is great.
There is, yeah, we're actually doing an adaptation of that Phil Wilmot wrote and he adapted, which was, he's a writer and he's done a lot of work based in London. In fact, one of his
Right.
plays, something in the Adelphi musical, I can't remember what it is, it's on soon,
Right.
it's coming back, but he very much wanted to bring a lot of strong female pirates and female characters, because it was very male heavy.
Yes.
And of course, you know, it's not just male actors, there's lots of women in our
Absolutely.
who are part. So this is very strong female roles in this.
Yeah.
It's a real
yeah, so in this version, like Squire Trelawney is now Lady Trelawney,
Right.
and Dr. Livesey is now a female Dr. Livesey,
Right.
so it balances out like the main goodies and baddies,
Yeah.
and then also the pirates, so like a mixed. So it's pretty.
I remember from the book there was a character called Dogger. I don't know who plays Dogger. Who's
We've
Dogger?
got Black Dog, haven't we?
We've got black.
Oh, you got Black
Yeah.
Dog. Oh,
Yes.
that
Yeah, exactly.
that name just stuck in my mind for one
Yes.
reason. Perhaps if we can talk to somebody over here. Just busy reading the lines.
Thank you. Such a stick
Hello,
lad.
hello,
Hi.
hello. What character do you play?
I'm Lady Trelawney.
Yes.
Yes, I'm a lady instructed to I'm in charge of this expedition.
So you're the one who charters the boat to go to Treasure
Well,
Island.
normally it's Squire Trelawney,
Yes,
that's
yes,
the book. So
that's
it's
right, yeah.
it's a woman in this play, and so she's in charge of it. She's a bit of a tomboy. She's excited about the adventure, and she's got a gun called a Thunderer. She likes shooting pirates. But yeah, so but it's great being that's first female playing Trelawney rather than a man being. So yeah, it's exciting. Yeah, it's good part.
Brilliant.
Yeah.
Are you enjoying it? I mean, you really seem to be well into the play at the moment. I mean, it's about 2 weeks from your next, the first production, is it? At the,
yes, because we actually start.
You start at the Unity
At the Unity
Theatre.
Theatre, we're starting indoors this year, so we're in Unity
Right.
Theatre on the 20th and 21st of April.
Right.
Then we have a bit of a gap, so about 6 weeks where we'll then take it outside and rehearse outside in our woods.
Yes.
And then we start our big outdoor tour over in Prescot
Because of
Woodland
course,
Theatre in the 9th
doing
of June.
stuff outside is totally different than doing stuff inside, isn't it?
Yes.
It's technically different.
It is.
There's a lot of different challenges you have to face.
Yeah, especially
not least the weather. Not least, you know, so
Yes.
there's a lot of things that you have to rehearse for than we.
Well, it's even different doing it indoors because the challenge in here is that it's not as big a space as it is in the Unity when we
Yes.
do it.
Yeah.
And we
So
wanted
how
to
do
be
you
able to do
scale that up?
until
No,
the
how
day
do you
before
do-
the first
yeah.
performance. 'Cause that's been a bit of a challenge.
It has been a challenge because, as well, the space in here, it is not big enough here.
Not tall enough.
So we keep having to imagine everything's further down there.
Yes.
The ceilings are too low, so all of the action that takes place on here.
Right.
To squat. Until we get to the Unity and we have a rehearsal day at Unity.
Still doing that. Well,
Yeah.
So there's sword fighting on top of there, kind of going.
Yeah. But I suppose when you get in front of an audience, the adrenaline gets you do it, and you know mistakes are covered over and all that stuff.
Mistakes?
Well, if you do have mistakes, I know a bit about the theatre. We do have, well, you do have mistakes. So, yeah. Anyway,
You'd never know.
you wouldn't know. You wouldn't. You couldn't join. Well, it's going to be a fantastic show. I know Prescot has got an absolute brilliant tradition of theatre. Some people may not know, but I found evidence of theatre productions going back to the 1920s. The Prescot Players with the BI had a theatre company. In the 1970s, I was myself involved with the Stagecoach Theatre Company in Prescot, which many people may remember. Andrew Schofield used to play at the Prescot Civic Suite many years ago, so it has a strong tradition of theatre. Mates is the latest in that tradition, and it's the most exciting in many ways because it's on the back of the development of the new Shakespeare North Playhouse, which I'm sure that Gaynor and the Mates are heavily involved with. You've got links to the Shakespeare.
Yes. This building, Cockpit House, is actually it's going to be the community art space for Shakespeare North. So, and we're continuing to work in partnership, and we're at the moment leading their community engagement program through the work that we do with young people and with adults.
And you've got a new development now in Marketplace.
We
down
do.
the road.
We do.
Heard
Our
about
permanent
that?
box office will
Yeah.
be there. So Marketplace is being regenerated. £500,000 of lottery, heritage lottery money is being spent on that this year to turn the old toilet block into a beautiful creative cafe. It's going to be the main creative cafe. And the outdoor performance space, we will be responsible for programming a whole range of outdoor events there. And we're also looking at investing in a circus tent for indoor events at the Marketplace as well, all year round.
Fantastic.
Really
It's
exciting.
fantastic. It's all changed in Prescot. It's a new era of theatre. I don't think you'll recognise the place in maybe 10, 15, 20 years' time. But this is like really at the start of what's developing in Prescot. And I'm so happy that Gaynor has invited us in to get a sneak preview of the next production. And
Before you go, you should
Yes.
actually just have a quick look at Long John Silver and his fabulous leg.
oh yeah, here's the main star of the show, Long John. Oh, look at this.
This is Francesco.
Oh, isn't that fantastic?
Start the show being the leg, of course.
Yes. And this leg was actually created by one of our volunteers who makes sort of sash of leather.
Wow.
And it's leather work that's he does sort of lots of making leather work, and he's making lots of harnesses and belts and things for us. But this is a
Fantastic.
hobby, and he's come in and got involved with us.
Yeah.
His dad actually were volunteering with us first. They run GCH Photography down the road on Kemble Street.
Right.
But even this here is a little bit of history, because this is a barometer that was actually on the wall of the old museum, and it's been turned into the clock that is powering our steampunk leg.
Fantastic. That's brilliant.
So yes, so thanks to Dan.
Oh, well, that's excellent.
Dan's excellent.
Well, on Facebook, I think it's Dan Gettiker. I'm not sure of the
Yeah.
pronunciation of it, but yeah, you'll be able to find him on Facebook.
Right, he's
So, yeah,
wonderful.
he's joined us for this production, and
Brilliant.
well, we couldn't have done it without him.
Fantastic.
And Francesco will be, of course, he'll be hosting. He's the person who will be running the Make Creative Cafe down there.
Oh, right.
The foodie person.
And your
Son
partner,
of Rocco.
this is your partner, your better half. Yes, okay. Oh, well, it's great to have met you both, and thank you for. great to see this theatre productions. I'll leave some links on where you can book tickets and you get onto the mates page after the event. So thank you for joining. I hope you've enjoyed this Facebook Live event, and I hope to see you at the next one sometime in the future. And at the show. Yes, thank you very much.
Yeah.